Good afternoon, quick look around with the short wheelbase transporter. So starting on the outside, got the Navis off-road wheels. And we've got our eat in, eat out table. So at the moment it's in the eat out position. We've got the swivel out here, handy for outside cooking. I've got on wide angle so you can see everything. And then we bring that one just inside. So when you're sitting on your swivel seats with the Rusty Lee spin and slide swivel base just under there, you got the table just in this sort of position. When you said the van, you can bring it a little bit closer, especially with the Mobby frame, which we'll show you in a second, how you can bring that one closer or further away. The bracket for this is offset, so it's over here, which means that if you wanted the table actually closer to you, you can do it that way, and now obviously it's going much closer to you, and that works in our favour then. Obviously when spinning out, it holds it further away from the van itself. Height adjustable as well on that bracket just for there. And then there's too many beauties on this one, so one of the other beautiful parts on this one is the 3-seater Mobby frame bed system. So at the moment we're in slide mode, so all we do is pull up this bar and the bed effortlessly slides down to whatever position we want and then fixes into place. So it makes that more cozier dining experience when you want sort of everybody close together, and for travelling, obviously bringing you closer up to the front, much like a combi seating position here. And then when you want a little bit more room, you just pop this back to whatever position you want. So we're going back in the van, all the way to the back, lock them in place, pop the bar down, and away they go. In order to make bed mode then, again I'll show you in a second, because we need to drop the back panel of the seat down, but I pushed that all the way back just to go through the kitchen cupboard setup. So on this one we've got the nice little spice rack there, so hidden away there, all handy nifty little storage spaces. Got a little bit of storage space under the induction hob as well. Housing there now a fridge just by here. So you've got the fridge, freezer with the Alpi cool here, so you've got all in there. Plenty of room for your milk and all the other bits and bobs just in there. A little bit of bungee storage system going on in here as well. So we've got quick releases for the bungees themselves, and then we've got a U bungee just down the bottom as well. So I'll put the driver's seat probably forward to get a better angle on that one in a second. Let me see if I can just slide in from here, see if we can cheat it. So yeah, just as you're having a look down there then, so you've got 2 rounds of bungees, so you can put sort of kitchen roll, toilet roll, hang your sort of tea towels on there, or using the U part at the bottom all the way up to the top, you can store bigger items just in there as well. So hopefully a nifty little way to store some items out of the way. And even with the swivel seat in place, you can still open the spice rack to get the fridge and everything. As mentioned earlier, this has got the induction hob just on here as well, so on and off. When you do turn them on, you need to then press the up button to select what actual temperature you want from it, 10 being the max and 1 being the lowest, and that'll come on off and on more frequent if it's in the 10, less frequent if it's in the 1 then, so just off to that. Overhead storage then just above, beautiful splashback in a contrasting ice cream colour, and then we've got the van shades all around on this one, and also on the sliding door just by here. Let's give it a pull. Can I do one-handed? Yeah, it's just about. And then pull him down as well, like so. Really complements the sort of two-tone effect. We've got the ice cream panels with our Nook LED lighting just in there, and you've got your USB sockets just on the side by here. More onto the storage, so storage space just above, more storage space just above, and then you've got a little bit more storage space just in the corner here and hidden around where the rocking bed goes. In the bigger cupboard then we've got our off-grid setup, so this one's running the larger power bank of ours. Charges while you're driving, charges while you're on hookup, and then powers things like our induction hobs and all the electrics on the 12-volt side with all our ambient lighting. Onto the lighting then, you've got under LED lighting just under the kitchen. Then you've got our remote dimmer for the standard lights, so down to dim, up to brighten, off to turn off. That one just lives just by there. And just up in the top corner, got the math light with an integrated USB-C, so makes life a lot easier for whoever's up there. And then we've got a little bit of a tambour door here, extra storage in there, and then we've got more of a tambour door for the rear storage section, and then a drop-in cupboard to get into the depths. Down there, so it's a one piece from the back, so I'll show you the back cupboard in a second. Just down there, give them a firm pull down. Nice little upgrade to the handles, grab handles on there. So what I'm going to do just before I take you around to the back of the van, pull the Mobby frame bed forward a little bit, just enough so you can drop that back panel down when we get to the back of the van now in a second. So once you move the Mobby frame, lift up this bar, and then you bring it forward and backwards. but then it'll stop at any given point, but you want to give it a push or a tug to get into the next locked position. So you want that little clunk like you do with your front seat, and then you want to make sure this bar goes all the way down. So it's designed to use by your foot. You stomp him down all the way down to the floor. So if you do bring it forward, but don't do that sort of push it forward and backwards to make it clunk, when you push this bar down, it sort of doesn't go all the way down. So you can see there's just off the floor. What you need to do is lift it back up, just push the actual seat forward or backwards till you get the clunk, and then stomp on the bar to make that go all the way down, and it's all the way down to the floor. That means it's a locked position. It does still lock when it's a little bit off the ground, but it's not in the correct position for it to be fully locked out. But I believe, let me just double check. So we do flip over, so we pull out and flip this over. So yeah, we want to put the seat back a little bit. Should make a little indicator of where it exactly needs to be, but I'll guesstimate about by here a second. Let's have a little look. So we've got a little lever just by here. Pull that up to bring the seat out. Looks like I might need a little bit further forward. Yeah, so just grab underneath here. It'll take practice to get it to the right location. Push the whole thing back a little bit. Put that back there. Give it a lift up. Need a bit more force. Hang on 2 seconds. That shouldn't do it on a hill really, should I? There, and then we flip this back over. Bring him all the way forward. And that then will allow for us to get to that back red lever but there in order to flip the back part of the seat down. So what I'll do again, one-handed, pull this red lever and then pull the whole seat forward. Pulling that all the way down now. So it all drops away and out of the way. And then we flip the back part of the bed over. So you've got the memory foam mattress topper just by there, and hopefully that's forward enough just to drop the rear section. Somebody might have parked a little bit too close. See if I've got enough room. Just about kisses over that one. Super. Booked in next for the clean anyway, so we'll have a good old clean down. So we pull this little toggle, so this is our backrest. So in the mode that we're at the minute, you can sort of sit and lounge. But as you pull this tab, you can sort of rest it in different laying positions to sort of lounge with the van. So I'm just pulling this bracket, bringing down all the way. And now we've entered the bed mode setup. So yeah, there's the bed. And then if we pull this back up out of the way, you can open these two back cupboards. Storage space just in this one back here. And you've also then got storage space just underneath here. Oh, one-handed again. This is your consumer unit. So when you are on hookup to campsites with the plug just underneath the van back here, you need to make sure that both of these toggles are upwards to enable the power to come all the way through. Much like in your house, if there's something wrong with the hookups post of supply of power or draws too much or there's a surge, these will trip down then like that, cut in the connection from campsite. So just flick that up to make sure everything else is working on hookup. And then you've got all storage underneath there. The last thing now that we're cutting at the moment is the drawer section, and the runners are going to mount on here. Pull out box drawer with the lid on it then for all your storage, and also means when you pull the bed all the way back, it'll be outside the van, so you can do the outdoor cooking and things like that as well. And then the last sort of finishing touch is the van shade just on the back. So yeah, a very, very, very elegant build on this one, and a lovely colour. I think a good combination of absolutely everything, especially with the bifold bed, which neglected to show you as well, but you can always see them. It's such a staple at the minute. Gives you that extra headroom, especially with this type of layout. And then we've got this new sort of product that we're doing, which is the oak edge panel as well. So as we bring the bed down, we're into bed mode and ready to go to sleep.